Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 things that can help improve your use of affirmation, or 5 ways to improve your success rate with using affirmations. Affirmations are those positive messages that to help improve self-talk, to help reduce negative self-talk and increase positive self-talk. They have a lot of great benefits, and a lot of times you hear people talk about them and encourage and share reasons why people should use them, but they don't really talk enough about how to successfully use them, how to make them work for you. So today I want to talk about five ways to help improve your success rate with the use of affirmation. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of our world of awesomeness. And if you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so that you can join this awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you your different options of places where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back to it. First, they must be personal. A lot of times people will try to use things like a famous quote, something that they've heard, something that a famous person said, but those don't relate as much as the things that matter to you. Affirmations have to be what you want. Affirmations have to be what you want to bring into your present, what you want to bring into your life. So instead of focusing on a famous quote or things that famous people said, ask yourself more personal questions. Things like, what is it that I want? What do I want to bring into my life? How do I wish to think of myself? How do I wish to speak to myself? What are these things that you want to bring into your present? What are these things that you want to achieve? These things that you want to realize? Ask yourself personal questions about your goals, your wishes, and your wants, and devise or create an affirmation based on that, rather than repeating a famous quote that someone said that, yes, it might have great merit, but if it's not personal, if it's not really about you, it does not bring as much of the power of that the affirmation can bring to you. 2, you need to be comfortable with them. Again, that's one reason it needs to be personal. Affirmations have to be comfortable for you, because part of what makes the affirmation work is the energy that you're putting with it. If you're not comfortable saying it, or if as you're saying your affirmation, there's a rebuttal. For instance, a lot of times people will use, I am successful. And then you say, I am successful. And at the end, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking of all the things, all the ways, all the reasons that you don't think you're successful. That is almost defeating the purpose of your affirmation. So take the time and get comfortable with your affirmations. And if you're not comfortable with the top, if you're not comfortable with I am successful, start with smaller ones. Start with things that you are doing that you are pleased with. Okay, you may not be at the success level that you want, but you are achieving a lot of things. You're doing certain things. Start with positive things about yourself that you can believe into. Start with positive things that you can see yourself achieving, that you can see as a representation of yourself. And as you start building that, you can build into the more the bigger ones, the ones that you're not quite comfortable saying. Because one big thing about affirmation is that there should not be a rebuttal. You should believe it. The goal is that you are working on making that your regular, your normal, your everyday thought. Although at the beginning, you may not fully buy in, but at least work on getting comfortable enough that you're not challenging your affirmations, that you're not, there's not a constant rebuttal when you say an affirmation. 3, write them down. Yes, one of the best and most effective ways to use affirmations is to say them. However, writing them down is very helpful. Writing them down gives you a visual. Writing them down also gives you prompts. For example, I like writing affirmations on a bathroom mirror. If the affirmation is on your bathroom mirror, as you're brushing your teeth, you're thinking about it. If it's on your fridge, when you go get a snack, when you go open the refrigerator, when you open the refrigerator door, you see your affirmation. And if every time you go into one of these places where you write it, maybe on your phone, maybe as you're on your computer screen, every time you see it, you get that visual. That visual is a prompt to, hey, let's do a quick let's take 2 seconds and say the affirmation. And just write it as much wherever, in all the places that you can. Just make sure that it's there so that you're constantly being reminded. And sometimes, even if you're not saying it, by the simple fact that you saw it, you're reminded, and it gives you an extra bonus of saying it without saying it. Make them fun. Make them fun. An affirmation is not something that you're going to sit there. I am going to say this because Judy told me I need to talk to myself in a positive way. Affirmations need to have energy to them. Affirmations need to be something that you actually enjoy saying, even if it is not yet realized, even if it is something that you are working on. You need to have energy with it, because yes, you need to have energy with it. Make it fun. Make it something that is inviting. So if you are writing it on your bathroom mirror, don't just write the words. Write the words with the stars and with the fun hearts and swirly whatever. And when you put it on your bathroom, on your refrigerator door, write it on a bright Post-it. Don't make it bland. Make it something that makes you smile. Make it something that brings a little bit of energy, that encourages a bit of positivity just by the fact that you saw it. So even if you were not able to say it, at least when you saw it and you see the bright fonts, you see the pretty fonts, the bright colors, or whatever it is, it at least brought a bit of positive energy, a little bit of positivity into that moment for you. And on your phone, bathroom mirror, wherever you write it, make sure that you make them fun. And when you're saying them, say them in fun ways. Say them with energy. With fun energy. Say them in ways that make you smile, so that you're not just saying this because Judy says I have to say this, but you're saying it because you know what? You're saying it and you feel excited about it. You're saying it and you're feeling that energy from it. 5, they require repetition. Affirmations are not just something that you will write one day, you write it down, because Judy said I got to do these, so I'm going to do them. So I can tell her at our next session that we did. No. You write them and you say them, because it's as yours every day and during the course of the day. There are so many different messages that we say to ourselves. And I often talk about how the self-talk is more effective than the stuff that people say. When people praise you, it doesn't matter how many times people praise you. It does not have the same value. It does not hit the same as when you say things to yourself. Because I could give you 100 compliments and then it goes from my mouth to your ears and then down into your brain where you process it and then you hear it. But the stuff that you're saying to yourself does not go through that same process. It's pretty much, hey, thought, it happened, you already processed it, it's there. So though there's not enough compliments and positive words that other people can say to you to to overcome the stuff that you say to yourself. So make sure that you're taking the time and say them as much as possible, because the more you say them, the more you repeat them, the stronger it becomes, the stronger the belief becomes, the more easily you are going to be able to accept it, the more easily you are going to believe it. So it's not just a one-time thing. It's something that you write and then you say it whenever you get an opportunity. You say it whenever you remember. You say it whenever you see it. You say it just because it's fun to say, just because you enjoy saying it, just because you enjoy hearing it. So it requires repetition because, repetition helps you get better at it. Okay, let me do a quick recap. 1, affirmations must be personal. They must be about what you want. Ask yourself those personal questions to help you decide what affirmations you want to work on. 2, you need to get comfortable with your affirmations, because if you're not comfortable with them, you're not going to say them and you won't believe them as much. 3, Write them down because that gives you prompts and visuals as well as reminders to say your affirmations. 4, make them fun because the more fun and exciting they are to say, the more likely you are to say them. And make them fun. And finally, they require repetition because it's not just a one-time thing. It's something that you need to be constantly saying and reminding yourself until it becomes second nature and until it becomes something you absolutely have said so much you cannot imagine a future or a present where that's not the thought that you have. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.